Hey everyone. Just thought it'd be time to do an update. I haven't been doing much on the build because the build is pretty much done, but I have been adding a lot of coral. We're gonna go over some of the coral I've gotten over the past couple months, and then talk about the cube tank and see how that's going. And then I did add one piece of equipment to this, which I think is really cool. Yeah, let's get to it. So we do have a pretty good frag circuit here in Michigan, and so we get a coral show probably about once a month, maybe a little faster than that. And yeah, these past couple months with frag season kind of ending, I've been buying a lot of stuff up, getting ready to just grow out for the summer, and so I think some of my favorites here is probably most definitely this torch that my tang won't get out of the way for. There we go. There's the torch. Um, it's got some yellow on it and some blue tips, and I think that one's pretty cool. We just recently picked up this brain down here, um, and I like that green slimer frag back there in the back, next to the red zoanthids. This one here kind of reminds me of like Jason Fox, Mr. Yuck. I used to have it like forever ago, but I didn't ask the name of this when I bought it. I am very much so done by, everyone just gets a coral, gives it their own name, and charges double kind of thing. And it's kind of lame. These are the Ultron Favias. I like it. I got a good deal on it. I bought it when it had like 3 heads. I'm trying to show you all the heads of it, but it's got like 6 going on 7 heads right now. So yeah, that one's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, it's got a really deep red, a nice orange rim, blue centers. It's nice. Um, let's see here. Always been a fan of the Forest Fire Digi. That's a classic. The Purple Rain acro in the back there, that thing is pretty cool. I've never really had a purple coral with so much like pop before. Usually you get a purple coral that just like blends in. But this one's got like this blue iridescence to it, and it's a really bright and deep blue at the same time. So that one's pretty cool. It doesn't really capture it on camera very well, but I like that one. Um, then I got this blue trumpet coral here. That was a deal. This thing has like 10 heads on it, and I got it for $20. And these heads are so healthy. You can see the tissue goes all the way down on them. So that was quite a deal when I got it. And I've got some micromusas and acans around here. Those are cool. I'm just kind of getting into them, so we'll see. I've only had 1 or 2 of those in the past. I'm no expert on them, but they're definitely doing well here. I got this pipe organ coral that I won. This thing's been doing really well. I really like it. I like having the big, large, like waving hand kind of polyps kind of stuff. Um, you know, a lot of people get this confused with green star polyps. This is not. This is pipe organ, and pipe organ is an LPS coral. So it's probably grown about 50% since October. So it's not the fastest grower, but I do kind of like how big those polyps are and how they move with the flow. Um, kind of fell over a little bit, so we got a bald spot showing, but I can easily just tilt that back over. But yeah, everything's been going really good with this tank. I did just add a Gorgonian that was in the cube, and it looks like in about 20 minutes something has knocked it over. So we will have to put that back up. But so we did have that urchin in the tank for a while, and that thing would just bulldoze over everything, just knocking corals over left and right. We named it Dozer, and yesterday Dozer got banished. It was banished to our 60-gallon cube, which is right over here. And so we can see that the urchin is right up here in the corner right now. But we put him in here for 2 reasons. 1, we needed some time to glue some corals down, and 2, we needed his help cleaning this tank. So You're seeing this tank after a pretty decent cleaning, and it still looks like a mess. This was a macroalgae and seahorse tank that we were so limited on the cleanup crew that we were putting in here that the green hair algae took over. I've only got like 5 or 6 species of macroalgae left in here. But we decided before the last video that we're going to transition this tank. We're going to take it to some different sort of concept here, because we're done with the macroalgae. Well, we're not done with the macroalgae first, but we're done with all the green hair algae and the limited cleanup crew, and we're gonna start doing this more with a traditional cleanup crew and figure out what we can do with it. And I will be posting a video after this that show that we discuss that. So yeah. So anyways, we'll get to all that stuff in the other video. But I do want to talk about one thing that I've upgraded to the system or added to the system. And we're going to go into the fish room, and if we all remember, it's very tight in this fish room, so bear with me about how bad the shots get. But I added this WYZE cam to the setup, and this thing's pretty sweet. So I got this on Amazon. It was like 36 bucks. Found out later that if you get it directly from WYZE, you can actually save a good chunk of money. But I did need this quickly because I just got back from Colorado and I wanted to get this up before I left. And I did, and it worked really well. So this WYZE cam, it's a WYZE cam pan, so it can rotate 360 degrees and it can even look up and down a little bit. So from where it's mounted, I can check on the frag tank once we finish that project. I can check on the skimmer cup, see how full it is. Looks like it's pretty darn close to needing to be changed. And I can see the algae from the camera. Once the refugium lights are on, it gets quite a bit brighter. And then I can check the water level in the sump. And I can even check how much water is in my barrel. And it takes me about 2 weeks to go through that barrel, but I don't have it set up to automatically fill up. So, the WYZE cam helps me keep track of that, see if I need to make some water. I also, beyond the WYZE cam, I mounted these 2 LED lights from Amazon up there. The one up front I've been running for pretty much the entire time this setup's been running, but I added a second one and I built this board to build like a false bottom in my stand, and basically all the electrical's up there. It's coated with shrink wrap, so you don't have to worry about humidity getting to it. And then basically the cord comes down like right here from it and goes to the apex. So the apex controls the timer on it. It's been going good. And yeah, basically I got to double up on the light, add more space to my refugium, and still not have another accident. Because if you remember last time I went out of town, I had the refugium light up against the glass here, and it fell over, and by the time I got back in town, all the chaeto that I had in that refugium was dead. So, not good, no fun, but yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I'm probably going to add another WYZE cam to the window right over here, and that way I can get a live feed of the tank. And I think it would be pretty cool, rather than showing people pictures of the tank, to show them like the live feed. And those cameras that don't pan, they're only like 20 bucks. So for 20 bucks, I think I'll do it. So anyways, I'm about running out of time here. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. Make sure you check out the other video where we discuss the cube. And yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens in the next couple months. Hopefully a lot of growth, and definitely already know of some livestock additions I'm going to do. Just need to track them down. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys.